Hi, I'm Bob with Wolfe Ridge. Today I'm outside in the wood yard and I'm going to give you guys a tour of the log racks that are optional for the Japa Firewood processors that we sell here at Wolfe Ridge. So it's not often that we have a bunch of these racks assembled at the same time to show them all in one video, but today is that day. We've got a mid-range 422 rack starting off here, and what I'm showing today are all of the powered options that we have. There is a smaller basic dead rack that we have not stocked yet here at Wolfe Ridge. But the power ones we do have. So I'm going to go through the features and benefits of each one and give you guys some measurements on each one as well. So this here is the mid-range 422 rack. It has 3 dead strands on it that are gravity. You can see right now we've got the center one just kind of slid in for transport purposes so we can get a forklift in there. This one's going to ship out soon. This has 2 powered feed rollers on it, as you can see here. So one strand goes to that power feed roller, one strand goes here, and this other strand here will exit onto the infeed belt of the processor. This is most popular with the Yappa 365s, but it will work with the Yappa 395, Yappa 405, and even the 505 if you wanted to, but when you get into that size machine, I'd really recommend getting a bigger unit with power chains on it. Now, while this 422 does not have power chains on it, it does have a powered singulator here. So this will actually flip the log onto those feed rollers and your infeed belt here. And at the same time, it will hold the rest of the logs from rolling onto, so you don't get more than one log into those infeed at the same time. You can see there's just a cylinder down here. And so this rack has 4 quick coupler fittings on it. Basically 2 for your feed roller circuit and 2 for your singulator circuit. My assistant is holding the tape measure here to give you an idea. We've got 6 foot just about to the singulator here, and overall we're sitting about 9'5", 9'6" at the end of that roller there. Now we'll measure the left and right here as well. All right, we'll see if that'll stay there. And overall width of this rack, about 80 inches, 6'9". So 8-foot long logs are really nice on this rack. I have personally ran 12-footers on it, and I would have, 2.5 feet hanging off this way, 2.5 feet hanging off this way. What you need to concern yourself with at that point with the mid-range rack is keep in mind that your infeed belt for the processor is going to be right here. So you can't really space this further away from the processor where you can with the chain racks. Walking over here, we've got a Yappa 471 2-chain powered rack. So you can see that this one has 2 powered chain strands on it and 2 power feed rollers. Laying on the ground here is on a pallet, but you can't see the pallet. These are dead extension ramps for the back end of this. So you can see these pipes sticking out the back. Those will get replaced with those dead ramps. That gives you a little more capacity to have logs roll onto these chains. And then there is also sort of an overflow side piece here so that if you have a log that's way too long or crooked or something like that, instead of it tipping off the rack, it hits here. Now this rack you could run, so it would feed the processor this way, or you could have the rack spun around. And at that point, you can pick and choose which side you want to put this on as well. This rack has some adjustability in and out. You can see right now, we've got it almost as wide as it'll go, but you could narrow it up if you wanted to be doing shorter logs. You can see here that there is adjustment here on those singulators. And this takes sort of the same idea of the singulators on the 422, except for these ones always rotate. And these do a very good job of flipping the log onto those feed rollers so you can advance it into the machine. And here we have these fingers as well. The idea here, you can double stack your wood, and if you get, let's say, 1 log past these fingers, you can run the chains backwards to send everything else back that way. Separate 1 log, get it onto those stars, then onto the infeed roller. We've got the tape measure on the chain here, on the outer edge of the chain, and I'll come over here.
81 inches.
So to the chain, we are at about 56 inches, and overall, about 81 inches. Basically, that's where the edge of the sprocket is. And come back over here, we're looking at about, so this would be 93 inches. And if we go all the way, we'll come all the way to this, to the end of that roller. So the overall deck is about 142 inches. So I'm getting there. You can see how big the chain is. Let's put the tape measure on the chain once. This chain will never wear out. It's almost 2 inches wide. And you can lube this up with just some WD-40 or some barn chain oil just every so often. But this deck is built extremely strong. It'll be able to transfer whatever you want from the rack to the processor. All right, over here, next to the 505, we have the big brother to the 471. This is the 472 rack. 3 powered chains on this. This does not come with the ramp extensions, but you can get them for it if you want. You can see that this pipe here would come out. Those would go in, and this also does not have that extra side piece on it, but it is a wider rack, and we'll get some dimensions for you in a second. Right now we've got about 8-foot long logs on it. They're hanging off just a little bit on each side. But this basically takes that 471 rack to the next level with 3 powered chain strands, and then of course 3 of these fingers. You got 4 of these stars here to flip the log onto, and then of course 3 powered hourglass rollers. And you can see the 505 has a powered roller here and the powered infeed belt as well. And when we place these racks next to the processors, what we want to do, we want to have this just a few inches taller than the infeed. That way when the log is transversing over, it'll kind of tip down onto the infeed belt, rather than the rack being lower and the log just hitting the end of the infeed belt. Now, I did not cover on the 471, but I should have. The 471 has 5 hose connections on it. One of them may or may not be used. In the case here, the 471 and the 472 will use the same connections. But in the case here, this 5th one may not be used in some configurations. This is a case drain for the chain motor. Otherwise, you would have 2 pair of hoses. 1 pair would run your hourglass rollers and 1 pair would run your chains. And they're reversible, so if we didn't have the container behind here, we could have this rack going back the other way, get it loaded from that side, depending on how your operation is set up. And this 472 has 2 options as far as length go. The length of the chain sections are the same as they are on the 471, and we'll get the width right now. All right, so we got the tape measure on here, and we are just under 7 feet. 8-foot logs on here right now. You can see we've got one of them loaded kind of off to the side there. We'll still be able to get that in to the infeed and into the machine. That won't be an issue. I know I've had guys run shorter lengths on these. If they were going to run like 5-footers, they would just use 2 sections of chain then, rather than trying to get it all on the 3 of them. And I know personally that I have run 16-foot long logs on this rack, and it has not been an issue. Right now we have the standard hoses on the 472, and you can see that we still have a little bit of slack where we could slide the rack over. So something to keep in mind, if you were gonna run long logs on this, like I just talked about 16-footers, what you can do is take off the panels like this that are on the Yappa processor, either one or both. Then that way, when your logs are transversing from the rack onto the hourglass rollers, they will land on the hourglass rollers and the infeed belt at the same time. That gives you like the maximum grip to get those logs into the firewood processor. And now the biggest one that we have to offer here with the Yappa processors is the extended version of the 472. This one is going to go next to a Japa 405 that's down in Illinois, and we are setting it up down there next week. So we'll have some more coverage of this after we have it on site. But you can put a lot of wood on this rack. You can see that it starts out as a regular 472 rack, and then those idler sprockets, instead of being bolted on here, we've got a match plate, the extension, and then the idler sprocket down there. So this, I've personally used the 472 extended version a couple of times, and it's just awesome because you can even double stack the logs on here within reason. You got to make sure that the machine's got enough pressure to run all of the chains with that much wood on it, but it's doable. And if you double stack them, you can basically separate, once again, by using these fingers. You'll get your stack up here and then hit reverse, shove everything back, those pipes back there will hold logs from going off the end, and then you can advance the one forward. A couple measurements to do on here. We're going to do overall length. So we've got it on the front here. We can add, we'll add 6 inches to it because that motor technically sticks out further. Walk down to the end. Overall, we are at 18 feet long. And I'm going to move it so we just do the overall chain length. And we'll hold that just down here by this sprocket here. And, well, the tape fell, but we knew where we were. Depending on where you want to call the end of this, here's 162 inches. Here's 14 feet, 171 inches. So that is a lot of real estate for logs. And all of these rack options have a lot of adjustability in the feet. You can see this extended 472 rack has 12 feet. You can adjust these feet for uneven terrain. And like I was saying earlier, to make sure that your hourglass feed rollers exit 2 or 3 inches taller than the infeed of the processor. So that's a quick rundown of all of the hydraulic powered log rack options that Yappa offers that we carry here at Wolfe Ridge. Like I said, next week we're going to have that 472 on site at a customer's location next to a Yappa 405, and I'm going to make a video at the customer's location as well, showing how we set up the rack next to the processor and of course running that processor through the motions. If you'd like more information on the Japa Firewood racks or the Japa Firewood processors, and of course any of the products that Wolfe Ridge offers, including pricing, tech specs, photos, videos, dealer locator, event schedule, and more, please check out our website, www.wolferidgemfg.com. You can give us a call or send us an email. I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, thank you for the support. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on what's next at Wolfe Ridge.